Good afternoon. It's high time to talk in the languages of music. My name is Konrad Żurowski, and I am wondering if you are ready for a cultural journey. I warmly invite you to listen to Languages of Music on YouTube, Spotify, and other streaming services, as well as to follow the podcast on Facebook and Instagram. It is there and while listening on YouTube that you will find a table of 10 keywords for the episode in 4 languages. I had the indescribable honor of interviewing Bartek Borowicz, the author of the extraordinary book Borówka Music 15 Years on Tour. Is definitely an unusual writer, for he has written an actual story which consists of more than 4,000 concerts, mostly chamber concerts organized by his company, the Borówka Music Concert Agency, also in private apartments. Among others, he has been published in Gazeta Wyborcza and Teraz Rock, and has had his own program on Polish public television number 3, Radiofonia and Eska Rock. He doesn't do halls in tours, he does tours in halls. I had the opportunity to ask him a lot of questions between Jezik's 2 concerts in Krakow. At the end of the first concert, the electricity failed. He was caught up acoustically, almost unplugged. It was nerve-wracking, but he was happy to have our conversation. He took the liberty of digressing that our accustomed electricity could be unreliable. Fortunately, we immortalized the conversation on wireless, battery-operated devices though, of course, pre-charged. He only looked at the concert as an organizer when he said about organizing his first concert, organizing a friend's concert, as his self-appointed manager. He generally goes to a concert once a month to enjoy it, savoring the good music. Dealing with a concert management, he often cannot focus on the concert as a listener. He doesn't remember much of the concert. He has to take care of the sound, lights and security. When the hall is going crazy, Bartek settles accounts, improves the sound system, brings water, helps with the tickets at the gate. The audience doesn't see this, and the organizer hears 2 songs and the concert ends abruptly. He tries not to lose the freshness and curiosity of the child. His curiosity is aroused by a few. In 2020, he invited one artist to sing as a guest on 2 songs. She performs under the pseudonym Katia. He asked then 17-year-old mother if she would consent to her touring overnight. She played about 100 concerts during the pandemic. He gets a lot of recommendations and music to listen to. Sometimes he actually gets someone interested in him. He is a proponent of working at the grassroots and building an audience, listeners. Does he have an idea for a second part of the book? Some have hinted that it could be longer and contain more anecdotes. Perhaps the pandemic will shut us down again and allow us to write a second part. Katia got around 2,000 likes after playing 100 concerts. In comparison, there is a band that appeared on a talent show and played 10 concerts. If we post an announcement on Facebook for an album drop, Katia will raise money for the album, and the other band will not. Katia has a loyal following of people she has met and spoken to after the gigs. They are a very appreciative audience. He self-published his book thanks to a drop. Bottom up, he built up his confidence. He collaborated with friends to publish it. A neighbor was the printer, and a journalist friend did the breaking. He is proud to have sold 1,000 copies with dedications. Languages of Music also received a special dedication, for which I thank Bartek from this place. He did everything from the bottom up without a publishing house. Thanks to referrals from various musicians, more readers appeared. It was a snowball effect. He did about 40 interviews for the book. This came as a big surprise to him. His way to success is peace, love, or wine. In his work, he has to be a psychologist. He often talks to artists about very personal things. They often help each other and have a very chummy relationship. He compares their relationship to that of a team player. He knows they can count on each other. His artists share a common denominator like the diverse music of a film music composer. They are willing to work hard, perform frequently on stage, and go out to people after a show. They enjoy life during the tour. They are able to make sacrifices and take risks. They don't have many drivers in Borówka Music, but they could form a football team. Bartek used to commentate on football. A map of different concert venues along with his memories is in his imagination. On 6 April 2017, he organized 24 concerts in 24 hours at 24 different venues in Łódź. The daredevil was Ukrainian musician Sasha Bull. The basis of competing with other well-known artists on the same day is the idea of promotion and an established group of loyal listeners. It is hard to encourage people to come to a concert, but if they do, the fan base grows more constructively than on the internet. Although, of course, online recognition has to be nurtured in parallel. On each tour, he tries to appreciate familiar concert venues and discover new ones. He has his own individual way of organizing concerts. He does it from the heart. Many people appreciate this. He sees himself as a sports scout in the concert field. He is a music hunter. Curiosity about the world and people's stories, flexibility, and irregular working hours combine his journalistic skills with his managerial skills. The stage plot or artist's requirements for Borówka music artists are not overly fanciful. He appreciates grassroots movements and the involvement of local people in organizing a concert. It is very rare for them to cancel concerts due to technical problems. Bartek is relatively understanding. He emphasizes the value of flexibility. He doesn't plan to play online concerts because it is not profitable. It requires very good execution, and there are a lot of concerts, which is a lack of exclusivity. In the end, there is no direct human contact, which excludes the concert energy. He is against free concerts. He believes that art should be paid for, even a symbolic amount, in order to build respect for culture. He believes that an artist should never play for free. You can share the remuneration in a charity concert. Bartek asked me how I found out about Borówka Music. I replied that through online concert announcements. He asked me what I didn't like about his concert agency, and I humorously replied that the fact that I had been to very few concerts organized by Borówka Music. Finally, he wished the listeners good health and that we could meet each other, go to concerts, and be close to each other. Languages of Music is the world's first interdisciplinary podcast combining linguistic and educational values as well as the universal message of languages of music. Music run solo. Many thanks to Maciej for producing the episode. You are cordially invited to listen to the remaining language parts in separate episodes.